The legendary protector of Gotham City finally transformed into the absolute worst nightmare he ever feared most. Stripped of his humanity, the dark vigilante mutated into a literal bloodthirsty beast stalking the cold streets. A terrifying ancient curse entirely consumed Bruce Wayne, forcefully replacing his high-tech gadgets with hunger. The once proud symbol of ultimate justice quickly rotted into an eternal gothic monster hiding inside the shadows.
Gotham feared monsters in the dark, but tonight the Dark Knight becomes the nightmare stalking every shadow. An ancient curse awakens inside Bruce Wayne, turning Gotham's protector into the very vampire Gotham once feared.
Hunger replaces justice as Batman stalks Gotham's alleys, fighting a thirst darker than any villain ever faced.
Bruce Wayne sees the truth in the mirror, the symbol of justice slowly becoming Gotham's immortal predator.
The Dark Knight rises again, but this time Gotham does not see a hero.
Justice once ruled Gotham's knights. Now the shadows belong to a vampire wearing Batman's mask.
Desperate criminals who once feared the shadows now faced a literal demonic predator hunting them for their blood. Dropping down from crumbling stone gargoyles, the massive creature violently ambushed completely terrified thugs. Razor-sharp claws effortlessly ripped through heavy leather jackets, leaving absolutely zero chance for survival.
Please have mercy, we surrender!
Terrified criminals begged the silent monster for mercy, but the mutated beast only wanted warm, fresh blood, sinking elongated, blood-slicked fangs directly into their necks, instantly silenced the horrifying nighttime screams. Commissioner Gordon slowly wandered into the dark alleyway, completely unaware of the massive hidden danger. Holding a flickering lantern, the weary police officer discovered a horrifying massacre hidden inside the shadows. The decaying monster silently landed directly behind the old commissioner, breathing heavily with glowing red eyes. Turning around in pure shock, the devastated officer finally recognized the corrupted face of his greatest friend. The monstrous vigilante hesitated for a single second, briefly remembering the beautiful oath he swore to protect. But the overwhelming ancient hunger violently destroyed the final remaining fragments of human compassion and love. The terrifying beast forcefully knocked the glass lantern away and disappeared entirely into the pitch-black night. Deep inside the abandoned amusement park, the deranged clown criminal loudly laughed at the terrifying news reports. The Joker thought an evil, bloodthirsty Batman was an absolutely hilarious upgrade to their legendary rivalry game. Suddenly, the heavy steel amusement park doors violently exploded inward, revealing the massive, decaying predator. The immortal vampire sprinted forward with supernatural speed, easily dodging every single bullet fired at his chest. For the very first time, the legendary psychopathic villain felt genuine, paralyzing terror looking into those eyes. The mutated Dark Knight forcefully unhinged his rotting jaw to deliver the ultimate fatal bite to his oldest enemy. Drinking the corrupted blood of the clown permanently cursed the legendary hero to wander the dark city forevermore. Gotham City was no longer protected by a human knight, but actively hunted by an eternal, screaming gothic nightmare. When the dead body of the famous clown was finally discovered, the terrified police force issued an immediate manhunt. Instead of answering the desperate call, the monstrous vampire vigilante hid deep inside the subterranean cave system. The elderly, loyal butler walked slowly down the massive, dark stone stairs, carrying a sharp wooden stake in his hands. Looking at the decaying, terrifying monster, the heartbroken servant realized Master Bruce was completely gone forever. The horrific predator hissed aggressively at the old man, but the tiny shred of remaining humanity forced him backward. Unable to murder his loyal family member, the starving alien beast violently smashed through the cave roof to escape. Hearing the terrifying reports, the legendary acrobatic hero known as Nightwing arrived to save his corrupted mentor. Standing fiercely upon the crumbling stone gargoyles, the brave young warrior challenged the towering nocturnal beast. The dark vampire lunged fiercely through the pouring rain, meeting the glowing blue weapons with razor-sharp claws. A brutal and deeply emotional battle erupted across the Gothic rooftops between a father and his brave adopted son. Sparks violently rained down upon the dark cobblestone streets as the glowing blue batons struck the pale dead skin. But the supernatural strength of the horrific predator easily overpowered the highly trained martial arts acrobatic. Grabbing the brave warrior by the throat, the massive vampire pinned the struggling hero against the wet stone walls. The starving monster opened a blood-slicked jaw, preparing to drain the life from the only family he ever truly loved. Staring directly into the terrified eyes of the young hero, the Dark Knight suddenly remembered his tragic childhood. A powerful surge of human grief temporarily paralyzed the ancient curse, forcing the screaming monster to step away. The devastated vampire violently threw himself backward, refusing to murder the innocent boy he trained to fight evil. Spreading massive dark leather wings, the heartbroken creature vanished entirely into the thick toxic storm clouds. The young hero collapsed onto the rainy rooftop, realizing Gotham City had permanently lost its greatest mortal savior. Deep inside the abandoned Gothic church towers, the decaying beast accepted his terrifying new role as the apex hunter. Bruce Wayne was completely dead, leaving only an immortal monster to ruthlessly slaughter the remaining criminal scum. The terrified criminal underworld quickly realized the dark shadows now contained an unstoppable executioner of death. The legendary symbol of justice had tragically transformed into the absolute worst Gothic nightmare in human history. Who will ultimately survive this terrifying timeline? Subscribe right now for more amazing alternate comic book stories.